Hello, 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 everyone out there. I am Dr. Chara, the founder and CEO of Be Your Best Yet Coaching and Consulting. And I am a proud leadership coach and consultant. And I like to call myself a master educational leader architect because I build and grow leaders. All right, so let's jump in. So I've been having a discussion recently about to apply or not to apply for various educational leadership roles. Now, in this particular case, I'm going to speak directly to future principals, future assistant principals, and I'm also including future coaches in this conversation, even though it really speaks to all of us in all aspects of educational leadership roles. But of course, at my specialty and my thing right now is really trying to ensure that schools are thriving, and schools must thrive with an empowered principal. So that's why I speak directly to building level leadership. All right. So, what is keeping you from applying? That's the question for the hour. What's keeping you from, as I like to say, hitting the submit button? So, is imposter syndrome hindering you? So, I'm going through my notes and I want to share a comment. You all, you'll figure out I love sticky notes. So I had a response to a previous video about what's keeping you from hitting the submit button. And a response of that someone sent me a message was, do I have enough quote unquote receipts? That's your body of work. Um, and do I have not really feeling confident that I have the knowledge and skills for the role? All right. Someone else stated to me, indecision, not being sure, not knowing if I have all of the tools needed. And someone else shared with me, I'm not sure if I have all of the certifications, all of the credentials, and all of the things, essentially. So my point is this: these are all high. This was about 3 or 4 different people, and the common theme with these people were they are all high capacity educational leaders in various positions. Some are teacher leaders looking to become coaches. Some are assistant principals looking to become a principal. Even some, one person is a, that I was talking to, is a principal that's looking to propel themselves forward and move into district leadership. But these are all people that are of high capacity. And in this particular case, they are doing the work in their current positions. So what I shared particularly with one person, and this person is applying for AP jobs, and they have actually went on a couple of interviews and haven't necessarily landed the job because of what I think is imposter syndrome. They've applied for the job, they've gone on an interview, which is great, but they haven't sealed a deal because in their heart of hearts, they're not really sure if they can do it or not, or if they're ready to do it. And in some cases, some of you haven't even hit applied because of these things. So let's talk about that for a moment. Because in no way, shape, or form am I specialist in this area. So I will link this article somewhere. So what is imposter syndrome? So I had to go to the text, to a text, because that's what we do as leaders. So imposter syndrome is a pervasive psychological phenomenon. It's the psychological phenomenon that can significantly impact individuals in leadership roles. That's people like us. Despite their evident competence and achievements, those grappling with imposter syndrome often harbor persistent self doubt and irrational fear of being exposed as frauds. Ponder on that for a moment. I had to take a sip of my coffee on that, because as the text says, this is speaking specifically about people in leadership roles. That's us. We're in educational leadership roles. I'm a leadership coach and consultant. I've been in all the positions, as well, from teacher leader to principal, district leader, all of that. And so, despite all of our evident competence and achievements, from all the degrees, all of the certifications that we have, all of the different workshops and trainings that we have, sometimes we still harbor persistent self doubt. So, is that really hindering you? And if it is, because it hinders so many of us, what do we do about that? How do we really overcome that? So that is the question at hand. And so one particular strategy that I would like to share, with you, and we're going to come back to this discussion because it's a meeting one. So what I shared with this particular one particular person, rather, is number one, why do you think this? Is it true? And who have you really talked to about it? So, case in point, um, this is when getting and having access to a trusted mentor and a coach is of supreme importance. So, when you're thinking about applying for different educational leadership roles, particularly when you're thinking about applying for the principalship or the assistant principalship, it is of extreme importance that, number one, that you have a what I called an invested stakeholder. So you need a principal, you need a mentor, and someone or a coach that's in that position now that can talk you through and show you, make the position that you want invisible. And so that way, as you're prepping, to become the next leader in your journey of leadership, you have a person that you can ask um, different questions to, and that person can also help you to build your confidence, in terms of knowing what you know, as well as helping you to know what you don't know. Okay. And so that's one strategy. And finding an invested stakeholder that's in the position that you want, a mentor that can actually help you prepare, that's critical. And number the number two thing is, it's the V word. It's called a vulnerability. Vulnerability. So as leaders, we have to be vulnerable. Okay. We have to understand that we cannot have this facade that we know everything. No one knows everything. I don't know everything. You don't know everything. So you have to get to a point to where you're okay with revealing that to people. I know some things, but I don't know everything. But guess what? What I don't know, I'm not afraid to ask. And I'm also not afraid to build my team around that as well. All right. So let me know, what Is imposter syndrome keeping you from applying? And if you grapple with that, as so many of us do at all various stages of our educational leadership journey, what about those two strategies that I share with you? Will you commit to trying? Because remember, we're also about bite-sized nuggets. With be your best yet. I believe in bite-sized leadership nuggets. So let me know. Send me continue to send me messages or respond in the comments, because I'm really curious about especially this one. So I kind of want to unpack this one a little bit more. All right. So this is Dr. Chara signing out. And remember, the best is yet to come. Talk soon. Let me know your feedback. Bye-bye.